All right. I was thinking about the microphone and decided to open it up, and sure enough, there was a capacitor inside the microphone that needed replacing. So I went ahead and used that non-polar capacitor in this. I don't know if it was meant for that, but it was left over from recapping the whole thing, and I didn't see a spot for it inside the radio, so I figured, okay, we'll put it in the microphone. All right, so let's see if we can transmit. So I've got it here at put it here at 28.1 megahertz, and we'll transmit, and we get a carrier over there. Let me change the amplitude here to, there we go. I can see it on screen. Hello, test. So this is AM modulation. Let me play a tone here. So that is a 2 kilohertz tone. Let's see here. Let's change the span. And yeah, that looks nice. Let's do a trace max hold. Let's do clear right. And we'll just do, there we go. All right, so this is classic AM radio. We have a carrier, and then we have 2 sidebands. The sideband should be 2 kilohertz off of the peak, so we'll do one marker at the peak, and then we'll do delta marker, and move it over here, and we are right at 2 kilohertz. So that is what it should look like. Now, what is single sideband? Well, we could call this signal double sideband with carrier, all right? And if we, let's see here, I've got something here. So if we say this is the lower sideband, lower in frequency, and this is the upper sideband, higher in frequency, and if we remove, let's see, let me put it this way. If we remove this part, then we would have lower sideband with carrier. And then here we would have upper sideband with carrier. If we only had that much of it, it would be lower sideband with suppressed carrier. If we only had that, it would be upper sideband with suppressed carrier. All right? So let's go ahead and oops, trace. All right, so we saw that. All right, so let's put it into lower sideband. We'll go here and transmit on lower sideband. All right. It's picking up other room noise and stuff too. But there we go. That would be lower sideband with suppressed carrier, all right? So if we take a look at the marker, all right, so we have a normal marker, and in the center it's 28.1 28.1, so we'll type it in here, 28.1. That is in the middle. And if I hit marker delta, and then I move over to where this peak is, that peak is minus 2 kilohertz. So it is lower sideband with suppressed carrier. There's no carrier. It's filtered that carrier out, all right? So lower AM modulation looks good. Lower sideband looks good. What will upper sideband? Well, upper sideband will be the exact same picture over, there'll be a peak over here now, all right? So let's go to upper sideband. And let's go back to, all right, so, okay. Now we'll do our carrier here. And, oh dear. So upper sideband's got lots of trouble. Yeah, it looks like it's it's got it just looks kind of like it has FM on it or something. There's a whole bunch of lobes and stuff. We should just have one carrier here right at 2 kilohertz. But that particular 2 kilohertz looks like it has FM modulation on it because we get this other lobes out here, or maybe FM modulation isn't the correct term for this application, but it's got all this other extra stuff here that looks like FM. All right, so once again, we will go for our markers. We'll go normal marker. We'll do 28.1, and then we'll do a 28.1 megahertz. Okay. And then we will do a delta marker over to this one. And yes, indeed, it is a little bit long. It's almost 2.1 kilohertz. So yeah, there's something definitely wrong with the upper sideband modulation. All right, well, we know it's working somewhat, but let's go ahead and test its output power. We'll just go ahead and use AM for the output power. It's kind of a funny system. If you're using AM and set it to 28.1, then you go to one of the sidebands, it goes lower and higher. Anyway, it's not putting the offset. It's complicated, but anyway, if you want to test upper sideband, then you have to put it back to 21.1, or you go to lower sideband, you actually have to put it back to 21.1. I did that off camera, but it's just a funniness of the radio, but that's okay. So we'll go here to, that's not an error, that's just the way the radio works. So we'll go back to 21.8. We have a couple things that we can change. We can change the microphone gain, and we can change the RF gain, and they're on the same knob here. Currently I have the microphone gain set to about 1030, and the RF gain set to 12 o'clock, so half power. All right, so let's go back up and see if we can measure some power. And I always have warned people, never transmit into your spectrum analyzer, you will kill it. So I have a 30 dB 10 watt attenuator going into the radio, so we're protected. Let's go ahead and transmit, make sure everything's still okay. We're transmitting fine, hello. And what we will do is we will say amplitude, we will put in a 30 dB offset because I have a 30 dB pad into it, so now I've got the 30 dB offset into it. All right, and I will set the units to watts. Hello, watts, hello. Okay, so we can trace max hold, hello, test, hello, test. All right, we'll do a peak. And right now we have, let's see here, let's turn these markers off. Marker off, there we go. We'll do a peak again. We've got 937 milliwatts, so we're right about 1 watt. But remember our RF power was set at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to turn that all the way up. And we will transmit now. Hello, test, hello. The carrier is the tallest thing there. The carrier's not really doing anything. So the carrier went up to 3.64 watts. So that looks pretty good. Let's go to lower sideband was working. So let's go to a lower sideband, full wattage. And let's do clear that. We'll do a max hold. Hello, test. Hello, test. All right, so we've got a bunch of lower sideband information. We'll do a peak on that. We've got 5 watts, 5.25 watts. So yeah, I'd say the radio's working just fine. It would make a nice little QRP radio, right? So we've got enough output power. It seems to be working okay, except for upper sideband. So upper sideband seems to be totally screwy. So I need to take a look at the user manual for alignment of this radio and see what's involved to align this thing and get that upper sideband working correctly again.